Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Trial and Tribulations. On our last part, we've actually made some progress, and we made some connections to what really went down in the murder case. So what we're going to do is we're going to complete this day of investigation, because there's not much left. Yeah, there's not much left. So with that, we're gonna move to the main hall, and we're gonna go all the way to the garden. So we're going from here to here, across the bridge, to Heavenly Hall, February 9th, Heavenly Hall. I was expecting Larry and Pearls to be here. I guess they must have gone to collect firewood. I suppose I'll have to check back later. Moving on. We're going to the garden next. So we're going to cross the bridge. To the inner temple gate. And we're going to head to the garden. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to present a profile. And what profile, you may ask? The unknown one. Morgan Faye's daughter and Iris' twin sister. Her father deals in jewelry, apparently. Here, Edgeworth, what do you think? Hey, Edgeworth. Did you know that Iris had a twin sister? What? A twin? You can't be serious. Sister Bikini told me, but the problem is she didn't know the name of this twin. There was nothing about Iris having a sister in the files I checked. Well, Iris was taken in by the temple when she was really young. Apparently her sister was raised by her father. Jeweler, I think. A jeweler? Right. I might just know who this twin sister of hers is. I had a feeling you'd say that. Let me guess. Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne, right? Yes, exactly. Please tell me what you know about her, Edgeworth. Please. Dahlia Hawthorne. It was my first court case 6 years ago. I was a greenhorn, and due to my experience, the defendant died. You're talking about Terry Falls, right? You know about that case? Yeah, it was case number 4 in this game. You're not the only one who noticed that. You're not the only one who noticed something about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne. I checked one of Mia's old files from 6 years ago. Yes, Dahlia was a key witness in that case. Dahlia and Terry Falls conspired together to stage a fake kidnapping 11 years ago. They stole a jewel worth $2 million from Dahlia's father, jeweler. 5 years after that, she murdered her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne, to keep her from talking. Who was really not her blood sister. Her sister. Well, her stepsister, actually. They weren't blood related. Valerie was the only daughter of Dolly's father's second wife. Oh. And this is when she entered my life. The woman who tried to kill me. Oh, my ex-wife. She was a Dahlia. I'm not kidding. My ex-wife was a Dahlia. So after Terry Falls died, what happened to Dahlia? Did you check that out? There's no need. Like I said, Dahlia isn't connected with this case. Why are you so sure about that? It's simple. Dahlia Hawthorne is dead. What? Well, her metabolic processes are a matter of interest only to historians, so to speak. Dahlia's death. I wish my ex was dead. That bitch. What do you mean by Dahlia Hawthorne is dead, Edgeworth? I only just discovered this, right? But I never knew about the murder case you were involved in during your college years. Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, thanks to the persistence of Mia Fey. Mia Fey. Mia Fey! At the time, Dahlia, it's like she was possessed by a demon or something. It's been 6 years since that guilty verdict was handed down, and her sentence was finally carried out. She was executed last month. Executed? I'm sure that's a bit of a shock for you, right? For more reasons than one. But do you understand now? She can't possibly be connected with this case. She's dead, and once someone is dead, there's no way to revive them. This is going by Fire Emblem laws. This is not Shining Force. This is Fire Emblem. There's no way to revive the dead. Huh. I wonder. It seems you're not aware of one other connection yet, Edgeworth. And what is that? It's about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne's mother. What's their mother got to do with any of this? She's Morgan Fey, a spirit medium from the branch family of the Quirain channeling technique. Did you say Quirain channeling technique? Do you know something about it? Oh, yes. I know it's connected with that fraudulent spirit medium. Fraudulent? I was involved in another nightmare 17 years ago. The DL6 incident. I was caught up in the middle of a murder investigation. The police didn't have any leads. They were stumped, and that's why they called her in. She was a very famous spirit medium and the master of her channeling school. But you know what happened? As a result of her efforts, an innocent man was accused of murder. She and her powers, they were all fraudulent! Go to the police records room. It's all in there. All you have to do is check the DO6 instant case file, and you'll know. Of course. How could I forget? Edgeworth was the victim in that case. He lost his father, Gregory Edgeworth. Edgeworth, you'll understand someday. And then you'll see that the Korean channeling technique is real. You will see big, shiny, beautiful boobs. An ass that you can't say no to. It will be beautiful. It will transform you. Well, it's time for us to go back to the training hall. But before I do that, let's make sure I have everything I do need. I think I have everything I need. Okay. Training hall. Let's solve a few, shall we? The night of the crime. I think it's time you told the truth about what you were doing on that night. You said you were in your room at Hazakura Temple the entire time. Do you still claim that to be the truth? Yes, that's where I was. Itis, I believe you're innocent. That's why I want to believe in what you're telling me too. But I can't. Because this person that you saw somewhere else on the night of the... Because this person saw you somewhere else on the night of the murder. And that person happens to be... Bikini. I'm talking about Sister Bikini, of course. Sister Bikini. Her testimony in court today was very clear. That night I was helping an acolyte with her training in the temple, but, well, as you can see, my back likes to act up violently. So I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to the Hazakura Temple. Sister Bikini didn't just see you, she spoke with you. You two talked about Maya's training that night. So, you see, Iris, you were there at the inner temple on the night of the murder. That's very impressive, Mr. Wright. The acolyte's actual training was due to start after 10 o'clock that night. I left the main hall early so I wouldn't be late. What time was that? Let me see. It takes about 20 minutes to walk between the main hall and the inner temple. So I would have left about 9:40 p.m. I think. I'm sorry, Iris, but lying just doesn't suit you. Now you say you left the main hall at 9:40 p.m. But what you say doesn't add up with this. Iris' testimony. Rang lights out bell at 10 p.m. and was then in her room until the murder was discovered. Take that! You yourself testified to the contrary, don't you remember? You said you rang the lights out at 10 o'clock that night. Plus, only moments before you rang that bell, you were seen at the main hall by the most reliable witness I have. Who's that? Me. Mr. Wright. We even spoke a little that evening. That's when you gave me this. Surely you haven't forgotten? No, that's right. I remember. And that brings us to another puzzling fact, Iris. At 10 o'clock on the night of the murder, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. It's time you told me exactly what's been going on, Iris. So far, I've managed to prove 2 things. First, on the night of the incident, you were at the Inner Temple. And second, at the exact same time, you were ringing the bell at Hazakura Temple. There's only one possible explanation for this apparent impossibility. There were 2 of you. On the night of the incident, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. Which means there must have been 2 of you. I can't think of any other explanation, Iris. But that's crazy. How could that be? There's only one of me. It's impossible. Impossible. I wonder. The way you're trembling certainly seems to suggest otherwise. You're seriously trying to suggest there's more than one of me? Then show me this evidence. Show me something that proves that there's more than one of me. Well, there is. Dahlia Hawthorne, Morgan Fay's daughter and Ida's twin sister. She was executed last month. Take that! I have a firm grasp of the situation now, Iris. You have a sister, don't you? Twin sister, perhaps. That's right. Dahlia Hawthorne. A woman. I know, and a few others. Only Dahlia Hawthorne, a woman, along with a few others, I know only too well. I had no idea you knew of her. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. But she's no longer. Yes, I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? I'm sorry. Thank you. There's no need to explain it now. Is there, Iris? The second you who was here at the temple on the night of the murder, it was her twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne. But you just said it yourself a second ago. My sister's dead. Have you forgotten that? Have you forgotten this, Iris? This is a channeling dojo, a training ground of the Krang channeling technique. At night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit, and you knew about it! And that's a secret you've been trying to hide from me. Unlock. The night of the crime. I was in my room in the main hall that night. As soon as I heard that I'd been spotted at the inner temple, I knew that it was my sister, Dahlia, the other half of me, who passed away last month. Just as I suspected. The itis that Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple on the night of the murder. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Why didn't you tell me this before? Because my sister always does the right thing. Excuse me? And because I mustn't get in the way of what she's trying to do. I already betrayed her once before. I can't do it again. You betrayed her? What do you mean? That's why I have to accept I may be found guilty. It's the only way. What is she talking about? The traitor. You know about it, don't you? Miss Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place here on Eagle Mountain 11 years ago? That was the start of it all. It twisted her entire destiny. She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end, she lost her life. It's all because I betrayed her. How did you betray her, Itis? It was no coincidence that Eagle Mountain's where the exchange was to take place. After all, I helped plan the whole thing. What? But I got scared, so I ran away. What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million from your own father! That's awful! But I promised that I'd help. And she didn't do it for the money. Huh? It was revenge on our father. Revenge? What do you mean by revenge? He was a hideous man. He threw our mother away and sent her to hell. Her mother. She must be talking about Morgan Fay. Our mother was the eldest daughter of the main branch of the Fay family. The main family had a lot of influence in many business and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was set to inherit all of that as the next master. That's the reason our father married our mother in the first place, for power. But his plan backfired. Because our mother's sister took it all from her, she took over as the master of Coraine. That would be Missy Fay, Maya's mother. But before long, the credibility of the Coraine tradition hit rock bottom. The new master, Misty Fay, made a terrible mistake. It was during the investigation of the DL6 incident. After that happened, our father took me and my twin sister away, leaving our mother and our home behind. He hated the place. He said it was a hick dive and that he had no reason to stay there. And that's when you came here to Hazakura Temple. Yes, the woman my father took as my next wife already had a daughter, Valerie. I had no place in his new family, you see. Oh. And I haven't seen my mother once since then. Having the master's seat stolen from her and being rejected by her own family, I've heard she's been very battered, spiritually and emotionally. I think I'm finally beginning to see how the pieces fit together. I've asked her everything I can in my capacity as a prosecutor. This incident, everything related to it goes back to the history of the Fay clan. That's what it looks like. Iris, there's just one more thing I want you to tell me. What is it? During the incident in which your sister, Dolly Hawthorne, poisoned a lawyer, and she began relations with a certain college student in order to hide the evidence. That college student, have you heard anything about him? Well, I did hear one thing. She said she hated his guts. I see. Thank you for your help. You're welcome. Good! Hiya, Phoenix Wright! There's still much to investigate. You fucking bitch! Slow your roll! Shit! Leave these locks to me. I'll open them for you, I promise. Thank you. I suppose I better continue my investigation. There's still one giant secret left to unlock. Pearl Psyche Lock. Well, we're going to head back and we're going to go to Heavenly Hall. Cross the suspension bridge and to Heavenly Hall. February 9th, Heavenly Hall. Look at that! They really did make a fire right in the middle of the shack. Oh, it's Nick! You're too late, Nick. We came here for one of our potatoes. We've already polished them all off. I think it's pretty much all. I think I've pretty much got all the evidence I need. I just need to find out what Pearls is hiding. Well, sweetie, I hate to do this to you, but Mother! Wow. And I have to say, looking at that, that looks like a pretty good, that looks like a pretty good wallpaper. Just all that like that and her in the center and she's looking like that. The night of the crime. After dinner on the night of the murder. You were supposed to be in Elise Dunham's room, reading a book together, correct?
Yes, and you were so happy when she invited me. But I didn't go in the end.
You didn't go.
No, there was someone else I had to go instead. I said, wait, I had to go. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so nervous.
So Pearls never went to Miss Dunham's room. She was too worried about something or someone else. Pearls. On the night of murder, you went to this place, didn't you? Which is right here. Take that! You went here, didn't you, Pearls? Looks like she's still not going to open up to me. This is where you went because you were so worried, right? Then the next question is who or what you were so worried about. Now, I'm going to take a guess, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay?
You mean you know?
If I'm right, will you tell me the whole truth?
Okay.
You went to the place for one very simple reason, and that reason is... well, Maya went to the inner temple on the night of the incident and is now missing. Take that! It's obvious what you were so worried about, Pearls. It was Maya, wasn't it? You knew the training Maya was undertaking was dangerous. After all, it was special. It was the special course.
I signed up for your special course.
Well, my. Quite brave of you considering how cold it is. Young people can be so reckless with their health. Don't blame me if you become one with those you channel. Sister Bikini scared you with what she said, didn't she? And because it was you who introduced Hazakor Temple to Maya in the first place, you felt responsible, didn't you? Thinking about what could have happened to Mystic Maya made me... Oh, sorry, wrong voice.
Thinking about what could have happened to Mystic Maya made me more and more worried. Couldn't sit still at all. That's why I decided to go and find out how she was doing at the inner temple.
There you go. Then we're in the clear now that you went to the inner temple that night, Pearls. What's not clear is what happened after that. About what time was it when you headed over to the inner temple?
It was probably around 9:30 when I left in the main hall. I had heard the real train was supposed to start at 10. I didn't want to get there before it started. There was so much snow, so I didn't get there until after 10 o'clock.
Till after 10. How'd you know what time it was?
Because I heard the bell ringing for lights out.
She heard the lights out bell. The Hazakor Temple's bell is pretty small though, isn't it? You must have really good hearing.
I was really trying to pick up the sound of the bell, that's all. And you want to miss it, that would be terrible.
She was trying to hear the bell. Tell me, Pearls, why were you so worried about hearing that bell?
Huh? Oh,
I think I know why. The reason you were so worried about that bell is because of this. Switch over to evidence. Bam! Found by Gumshoe in the inner temple incinerator. Take that! You were given some instructions to follow for it that night, weren't you? I presume you recognize these pieces of paper?
Where did you...
In the incinerator at the inner temple. Pearls. You were following the instructions in the letter that night, weren't you? That's why you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights out bell.
Our speech is missing the amazing.
Thank you. These instructions that were found in the incinerator. I believe they were written for you, Pearls.
For me? No.
As you can see, a large portion has been burnt. But the last section is still fairly legible. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Who was it, Pearls? Whose spirit were you supposed to be channeling? Taking into account the author of the note and their purpose for writing it. Whose spirit would Pearls have been trying to channel? Don't overthink it, Phoenix. It's pretty obvious who Pearls was supposed to channel. The person you were trying to channel that night, Pearls, was... Morgan Fay, older sister of Misty, and mother of Pearl and Iris, is in solitary confinement. Take that! Well, Pearls, am I right? No, wait, no, I was wrong.
I can't tell you anymore. Maybe I can't downstairs like a pan of champagne.
Poor kid. It's really getting her down. But I never tell that person's spirit. Okay, so it wasn't her. It wasn't that. I was reading it wrong. That person happened to be Dahlia Hawthorne. It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it? That was the name that was in the letter? It's just as I suspected. It wasn't Iris whose sister Bikini met at the inner temple that night. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Do you know anything about her, Pearls? Do you know what kind of a woman Dahlia Hawthorne was?
No.
Let me tell you, she was a bitch! Just like my ex, who almost tried to kill me!
I I never heard of anyone by the name before reading those instructions.
I thought so. Pearls doesn't have a clue. She doesn't know that Dahlia is her sister. About the instruction in the letter I found, Pearls. Who wrote them? Whoever it was asked you to challenge the spirit of someone you never heard of. You must have quite a lot of respect for them. After all, you followed their instructions without question. So here's my next question. Who wrote this set of instructions for you to follow? That would happen to be her mom, Morgan. Pearls. I have to wonder about something. You didn't have any idea what these instructions meant, did you? But you followed them to the letter regardless. Why? Because it was your own mother who asked you, that's why.
How did you...
I figured it out. The person who wrote you this letter was your own mother, Morgan Fay. All right, Pearls, it's time you started telling me the truth. Why's she holding back from me? I don't like this.
Because I'm a child.
Huh?
If you're trying to say I can follow these instructions, I'd like to see some proof.
Oh, God. What?
Because I don't think you have any.
She say anything rather than admit to carrying out those instructions. I guess I'll have to produce some more evidence then. One more thing should do it. Alright, Pearls. We both know someone carried out these instructions on the night of the murder. But you're right. There's no evidence that proves it was you.
I knew it.
However, I do know that whoever did it was a child.
Huh? How'd you know that?
It couldn't have been an adult. No adult would have made a simple mistake like that.
A simple mistake? What do you mean by that?
I'm sure you thought you were carefully following the instructions you've been given. But you misunderstood some of the words, and this is the evidence that proves it. It's this hanging scroll. Missing page! Images obscured by gravy. Take that! It was you who splattered gravy on this hanging scroll, wasn't it?
Why would you do something like that?
Do you remember what was written in that letter? Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. But you didn't know how to read the words gravely and roast, among others, right?
How do you know that?
You just said you couldn't read so well. Remember the conversation you had with Miss Dunim on the night of the murder? Perhaps we can read some books together.
Really? I got to. I'm not very good at reading.
Well then, would you like to practice reading with me?
So for example, how do you read this?
It says gravely. That's kind of a tough word. Sure, Miss Dunim taught you how to read gravely and roast. But what she didn't teach you is what they meant. Gravely sounds like gravy. Oh, sorry.
Gravy sounds like gravy to me. And the only roast I could think was the food. And that's why you did it. That's why you covered the picture with the master and gravy from that night's pot roast. To be honest, I did think it was a bit strange. I guess I really did get the wrong idea.
Just a tiny bit.
I really am useless. I didn't mean to burn the little property as my mother asked me. Just a simple thing, I couldn't even do it right.
Unlock! Now, about the night of the crime.
After dinner that night, I did go to the temple of a pot full of leftover gravy.
The gravy.
I saw the picture out the Hickeys go near the sacred cavern. It was sure it was a magic queen, like you said in the letter.
I see. And then?
Well, it was already way past 10 when I got there because of all the snow. So I went there to the temple guest area.
The guest area?
Yes, I thought I could wait there until the training was over.
Why didn't you just go to the training hall?
Because missing my main training had already started when couldn't interrupt it. I just stayed where I was and prayed for it to get through it. But then
Pearls, did you fall asleep?
I thought I didn't mean to! Couldn't help it!
Hey, don't worry about it, Pearl. Who cares if you fell asleep? I fell asleep waiting for Iris too. It happens. Anyway, then you found yourself trapped at the inner temple.
Yes, when I woke up it was morning. Tried not to cry, but dusky Bridgewater there is why there was no one in the training hall. I thought everyone had left me because I overslept. I took it area to this area, I heated up the leftover gravy
And let off some steam by chucking the gravy on the scroll while you cried. Must have been pretty scary for you, Pearl. I know what it's like. Nick used to lay me behind when I fell asleep at school, too. Don't equate something so trivial with her experience, Larry. Lost powers.
It was written right in my mother's letter. Said, as soon as you share the light outbound, you must channel her spirit. As on my way over to the inner temple, I heard the bell ring.
So you channeled Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit?
No. I tried, but I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it.
I never felt like channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened. I tried and tried and tried. Yesterday, this morning, the whole time. I just couldn't do it.
Don't let it get you down, Pearl. It won't work out. If you want, I'll come flying through the sky for you. Whoosh! Just like that. So she never managed to channel the spirit. Is that what you think? Is that what you think? Is that why you think? Is that what? It's why. Is that why you think your spiritual powers are gone?
Yes, I don't know what to do.
Isn't there any explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit?
I suppose it's one other possibility. It's not very likely, though.
Could you please tell me what it is anyway?
Could happen if someone else is already channeling the same spirit.
Someone else? What do you mean?
Well, there's only one of each. Well, there's only one of each spirit, right?
Yep, it's like dating a girl, Nick. You can't see a hot chick if she's already taken. Thank you, Larry. Then that would mean on the night of the murder, someone else channeled her spirit because Pearls could. Before Pearls could. Someone else channeled the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne.
I'm a failure. I can grant my mother's final wish.
Final wish?
Yes, this letter. It's my last wish, she said. And make sure you follow the instructions carefully.
This letter. I definitely need to find out more about it. Morgan's letter.
My mother's gone to a place called Penitentiary.
Yeah, I know, Pearls.
I visit her every month. And that's what she told me.
The time we've been waiting for has come, Pearl. There's something I need you to do for me. I hid a letter for you at our home before they brought me here. I want you to read it and do exactly what it says. It's for the good of the Fae Clan, my angel. You'll be doing a great thing. Now, listen carefully and I'll tell you where the letter's hidden.
My mother's nice. It's always nice to me. I love her very much.
I love my mom too. Yeah, moms will do anything for the kids, right? Not always.
She said it was for the good of the Fae Clan, so I knew I had to help her. And we missing Mike's part of the Fae Clan, so I had to be good for her too. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Nick?
I guess so, yeah.
And there was a picture of her letter too.
Picture?
Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. There's a picture of another child someone's spirit, but this time.
Pretty weird, huh? Like Larry knows anything about this stuff.
There's something else that was strange about my mother's letter. The ceiling was broken, and as if someone had already opened it once before.
I'm sure it's pretty strange. Someone had opened it already. And so we get the updated burnt letter. Thanks, Pearls. You really helped me out.
You're very welcome. My mother's watching over us.
Oh, jeez.
So I'm sure Mrs. Wright will be alright.
Look at Diana's smile on her face. What am I supposed to say to her? Finally figured it out, have you tried? You finally realize how terrible the crime being painfully oblivious is. Golda! The entrance to the secret cavern looks like a freaking puzzle workshop. I guess he's talking about Iris and a lock-breaking effort. But it's a waste of time. Why do you say that? Because Maya Faye isn't coming back. What? You don't know what you're talking about! How can you say something like that? It was your job to protect her, Wright. Just like it was your job to protect Mia Faye. Two sisters caught up in the worst circumstances. I realize that, but... And you were the only one who was by their sides. You were the only one who could have saved them. But I didn't know anything about what was going on! What did I just say, Wright? Being oblivious is a heinous crime in itself. Tomorrow. We'll settle everything in court tomorrow. Once and for all.
Mr. Nick? Is what that man says is true?
It'll be alright, Pearls. I'm sure Maya's alive. You'll see for yourself tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. I know I can trust you, Mr. Nick.
My dear Pearl, you've done so well, my child. My Pearl. It's better that you don't know. I knew this day would come for you. The blood of the main family is no more. Now you are to take the place at the head of the Fae Clan. My last great wish. It seems I was just in time. Yeah. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to stop here. Make sure I blink my eyes. And make sure what I saw will not be seeing me while I am sleeping. So with that, I will see you in the next part when we handle this case once and for all on the final, and I do mean final parts of Let's Play Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. Stay tuned for the next part.